Boa tarde, Luís.
Boa tarde, Nick.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
So my name is Luís, and I'm the owner of a small real estate company in central Portugal. And today, for my first property, I have something real special to show you and your viewers. We're talking about a manor house with hundreds of years of history, which has been beautifully recovered by the owners. It has 10 bedrooms in total, 7 on the first floor, 3 on the ground floor. In total, the building area is 1,400 square meters, which includes a garage, a very incredible yoga house, a ruin. It's just a big area. In terms of land, it's approximately 3,700 square meters, which includes two normal garden, a secret garden, another plot which has dozens of established trees, a borehole with plenty of water. Something that I really love about this property is its location. It's like an oasis in the middle of nature. Only the locals very rarely come here. But it's not far from a main town. Serene do Bom Jardim is located just 7 kilometers from here. It has supermarkets, schools, banks, a health center, all kinds of services you need. It's kind of like a big town, but it's
So this is the village of.
Here it's called Brejo Fundeiro.
Okay, and it's in the municipality of
Serene do Bom
Bom
Jardim. Yes.
Jardim in the district of.
Okay, so it's the county of Serene do Bom Jardim, municipality of Sertã, district of Castelo Branco.
Castelo Branco.
Yes.
Okay. This house is just remarkable.
A beautiful property. I think the owners did a especially good job at recovering the house, keeping its soul alive. I'm actually going to pass the torch to one of the owners who does a wonderful job guiding you and your viewers around the house. But before that, I wanted to mention something which is very interesting about this property, which is the fact it has an AL license, which is it's a tourism license. It allows the future owners to rent the rooms or to host retreats, which is something that the current owners already do. They host yoga retreats, which are well received with very good reviews, and they are willing to help the future owners with guiding them and teaching them to make sure that their project stays alive, and they're willing to share their list of clients with the person who buys the house. I think it's just the continuation of their dream. Okay. As we speak, the only thing that we can hear is the birds chirping and the wind blowing. So I think that tells a lot about this house. So it's perfect for that.
Oh, okay. So are we going to meet Keith now?
Yes, we're going to meet Keith. Here he is, one of the owners.
Hi.
Hi, Keith.
Hi there.
Hi, Keith. So this is your wonderful house. You've lived here for many years.
14.
14 years.
Yes.
And it's time to move on, sadly. But you have just done a wonderful job in maintaining the original charm and structure and integrity of this property without ruining it with modern stuff.
Exactly.
Right, so it would be an honour if you would show us around your house.
Okay. Follow me, please.
Okay.
So this is actually a public road, but obviously no, it doesn't lead anywhere. So it's just for access to the forest, and therefore nobody comes here once a month.
Okay.
So if we go in here.
So this is the main hallway.
Yes, front door, and all the things you see is original, intact. We just cleaned it, and like I said, yeah.
You just basically restored what was there.
Yes, exactly. And gave it, like I said, in the bathrooms a modern twist, but this is all how we found it. We just cleaned it up. And yeah,
And there the staircase is going up. So where are we going to start?
Downstairs,
Okay.
dining room.
I'll follow you.
So here's just a little room. Yeah.
And all the windows you've had replaced with double glazing?
Yes, that was necessary because the old ones were really done past their dates. So this is the dining room.
I'm just going to pan around because it's absolutely huge. And this is the dining room where the guests that you have to come and stay, they can either choose to eat their breakfast here in the morning,
Yes.
or they can go outside and eat outside on the tables outside.
Exactly. There's plenty of choice, and different groups do different things. I'll just open these doors here. I don't know about the lights.
And you're also pointing out that the original stonework has been pointed with lime to allow the walls to breathe.
Correct.
So that not only does it keep it warm in the winter, it keeps it cool in the summer.
Yes, because
and
this was the wine cellar of the house.
Yep.
So it was designed to suck up the moisture, the rain, into the walls, which is made from natural stone and mud. And then evaporate slowly through the summer, and that is a cooling process that happens. So that's what, like you said, we pointed it with lime mortar to prevent, because cement, like the floor is cement, and that does not breathe as the lime does. So
Yes.
yeah, it cools it down
And
beautifully.
I mean, I'm going to point out these. I love polished cement floors. I think they just look fabulous. So,
we love it as well. Yes.
You've got beautifully polished cement floors throughout the dining room and the kitchen.
The kitchen, yes.
So should we go to the kitchen next?
Yeah. So here's the working space. Thermodynamic system for domestic warm water. It basically takes the heat from the air and puts it into the water. So it's a fridge that works the opposite way. It's basically simplest way of explaining it.
And you're also explaining to me that in the summertime, you use it to blow the cold air back in.
Correct.
So it's like a reverse air conditioning
Yes.
unit.
So at the moment, now that the heat is here this week, we will swap these tubes around, and so it sucks in the heat from outside and blows, after the heat has been exchanged into the water, it blows the cool air into the room. So yeah. Then we've got a little pantry built there, and yeah, just for working space for kitchen.
And it's funny, these old pantries were the original refrigeration units before refrigerators, because
Exactly.
they were the coldest part of the house inside the walls, so
Yep.
that's where they stored all their cold food.
Yes, and actually what we call the downstairs toilet or bathroom now, that was that room. It was the downstairs refrigerator. So it served, the whole big room was the refrigerator, the eco fridge without electricity. So yes, here was the wine press actually. So this piece of cement, for example, is part of the original wall. It came about till here. There was a massive tank with a corkscrew where they pressed the wine.
Where they pressed the wine,
And then, as you see on these walls, the holes are where the wood beams came out, where the massive shelves were lined up, and the wine barrels were lying here to age the wine.
Okay, so this really is the old original Adega.
Yes, exactly. There was a very well-known farm for their wines.
Okay, and all the windows have their original wooden shutters on as well?
Yes, yeah, we kept the shutters. They were in good condition. Just the glass we replaced with double glazing.
Yeah, okay.
Which made, of course, a significant difference.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the height of the ceilings give it such a feeling of space.
It does. It's beautiful. The ceiling is actually a false ceiling, we had it put in after we put new pipes in because there was no bathrooms upstairs.
Okay.
So all the plumbing is running above here, the electric wires, and insulation for sound as well.
Yes.
Because originally you could see the floorboards from upstairs,
okay,
which was
so-
beautiful,
yeah,
but
noisy.
not practical.
Yes,
Exactly.
absolutely.
So yeah, so we had to make these adjustments.
Okay. Where now?
Let's go upstairs and let's see all the rooms. So back to the front door area and in entrance hall. I'll just get rid of these noisy flip-flops. Yeah, these is all hand painted, marble effect. The original owners not only brought the wood from Brazil, they hired very, very good artisan people to do the decoration. So everything is of like really good quality. Yeah, so.
I mean, this is one thing that I mentioned to your partner, that the fact that these Portuguese stairs, they never squeak. Normally in England you'd be whereas here nothing.
Yeah, solid.
Now you have to tell us about these doors.
Okay, yeah,
because I love this story.
These are like, so we call them saloon doors because they open both ways. You can see the initials of the original family, so Daniel Brito, because they typically have a double barrel surname. The mother of the house with the last daughter we were always told to pull the door when you enter this way. But one day a friend of hers was chasing her, the little girl, and she went pushing the door, and the mother came from this way, breaking the glass, smashing it. And when they had this redone, the whole panel, the artist took this to match, but forgot to flip it. So
and put it in the wrong way round.
yeah. So now we say it's bon dia.
Bon dia. I love it. I think it's one of those wonderful quirky little features.
Indeed.
And all these floors, they're the original wooden floors.
Yes.
And they're just in absolutely fabulous condition.
Yeah, just good old-fashioned wax. It really makes them beautiful.
Okay, which way now?
So we can start here, which is the living room. Yeah, again, everything is original features here. The tiles on the walls. The wood panel on the wall is actually hand painted as well and not real wood. Although when we viewed the house many years ago, we assumed it was wood.
You would never know.
Yeah, because it fits beautifully with the ceiling. That, yeah.
And this is your living room in the winter time?
Now in summer.
In the summertime?
Yes.
Okay.
So, because now it's a guest house.
Yeah.
In winter we close, so then we swap.
Okay.
This room with another bedroom because the heating is there.
Okay.
So yeah, but for summer, this is the living room, which have a beautiful balcony here, overlooking what we call now the secret garden, because many guests come here and they don't even notice that there's a garden down there. Originally it was meant to be a herb garden, but yeah, the flowers took over.
And I mean, again, the entrance to the kitchen is just down below. So if you wanted to turn this into a kitchen garden in the future, you could do that
easily.
Easily.
I was thinking of having an outside kitchen over there where the water tank is, and that's all our firewood for winter.
Yes.
But yeah, we never needed it, so that dream never happened.
Okay, I'm just going to show that balcony.
Yeah, that used to be covered with conservatory glass and metal, but the whole roof and the structure was so damaged that we had to take it out. And then, yeah, now it's lovely to sit there because that's where the sun sets over there. Beautiful spot to enjoy
the
sunset.
Yeah. Fabulous.
Okay. Okay, so next to the patio is what originally was the Monday to Friday dining room. We lovingly call it the room without a name. It's just a space for people to sit and chill out. Yeah, it's
And there's kind of connections
to various
to
rooms.
various different
Yeah,
rooms.
exactly. And this is which original kitchen of the house, which is now a bedroom. So yeah, the original chimney is there where they used to, obviously, there was another fireplace built inside that one afterwards, but not original by the whoever moved in afterwards. But yeah, we took it out so we can put a bed there. The chef, we were told, used to live here, which is now the ensuite. So we just blocked off that room, and behind there is another little storeroom from the patio area. Yeah, so this is where the chef used to live.
So do all the bedrooms have ensuite bathrooms?
That's correct. On this floor, all 6 of them.
All six bedrooms on this floor are ensuite.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so here we now can go to the conservatory, which is for us a really special room. Yeah, when we have the guests here, typically this is also the change into the massage room. These trees are lime trees and they're just starting to flower now. 1 week too early. Next week there's going to be an explosion of beautiful smells, and yeah, it's just spectacular to open these windows and smell that flowers.
Fabulous.
Which we then harvest, of course, to make tea. In Portuguese, it's called tilia tree. Tilia.
Ah, tilia.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
This is where it comes from.
So these are the tilia trees.
Yes.
Okay.
That you buy in the restaurants.
Yeah.
Replaced coffee shops. Yeah, and in springtime, this is where we start the seeds off for the gardening. So it's really multi-purpose room, depending on the season.
And also your partner said that the sun rises on this side,
Yes.
so it's cooler in the morning,
Yeah.
and then sets on this side.
Yeah, where the patio is.
Yeah, so it kind of, the room stays
Cool.
temperate.
Yes, because of the trees protecting it. And in winter, the tree leaves falls off, so the sun comes in, and then it's warm.
And then it's warm.
So it's the best
so
room.
It's like natural air conditioning.
Again, it was designed this way. Yes,
Yeah.
they were very clever back in the day.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so here we have the second bedroom, another twin, which is, like we said, ensuite, overlooking the gardens with a little Juliet balcony. Yeah,
so-
all bathrooms are like this, shower, toilet, basin.
Everything you need.
Yes, and yeah, that's...
Although I am a big fan of a bidet, personally.
Okay.
But that's just me.
Uh-huh.
My wife thinks I'm very strange.
Yeah, so here's our vegetable garden, looking very sad at the moment. Torsten is just busy planting out, and there's still stuff from last year still growing. So that's still ongoing.
And this Juliet balcony leads on to the other bedroom, the
Correct.
next bedroom that we'll see.
Because originally this bathroom was part of that bedroom.
Yes.
So this door is new. There was a normal wall.
Yeah.
And these partitions are modern addition.
new. Yeah.
So they can actually be taken out because we didn't harm anything. The ceiling is just painted different color, but you could easily remove this and change it back into a master bedroom with this.
I mean, your partner did tell me that you did so little work in changing the layout of the property.
Indeed.
Just to keep it as original as possible.
Yes, and it worked. All we had this door made, and then another bedroom wall we cut. So we cut 2 doors into the walls because the internal walls are all made from wood with plaster on either side.
Yeah.
So we cut 2 doors in and blocked one off. That was the only changes we made. This was the master bedroom, like I said, of the house.
Now, is this the king's room?
This is the story we've been told, yes, by the previous owner. The second last king of Portugal came hunting in the area.
Yeah.
There's actually a village called Vila de Rei, village of the king,
Okay.
where they would normally go, but the family here was so connected to the royals
Yeah.
that the king actually came hunting here as well and slept in this room, of course.
Is it okay?
Before we partitioned it, so it was double the size.
So this is the king's room.
Indeed.
Okay.
Which is, yeah, the other balcony entrance.
Yep, the
Which
other
would be
Juliet
before,
balcony,
yeah.
which leads on to the other one and overlooking
Back to the same vegetable
overlooking
garden.
the vegetable garden. Okay, right. Let's keep going.
Okay. So, this is the stairs we came up.
Yeah.
Here we've got 2 bedrooms that we've made into one. So in wintertime we sleep here because we have 2 rooms. So now it's typically for the teacher that comes, because sometimes they bring their partner with. So we have a double bed for them.
Okay.
This is like an office/changing room, and here's the bathroom with the only bath in the house. The others all have showers only. So this has a bath and a shower.
They're rare in Portugal, bathtubs.
Yeah, it's just how it is.
Yeah.
I think in England it's more normal.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because they're used to those brass bathtubs in front of the fireplace with
Someone pouring beautiful
boiling
water
over you.
in,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right, so then here we have the next room, which has 3 beds in. Those doors are back on the staircase. We just blocked them off for now with a cupboard.
Okay.
But that's because this is the room which we use in winter for a living room, because we've got the fireplace here.
Ah, okay.
Which
Yes.
got water with heating the water with wood,
Yep.
and then the heat comes on the radiators.
So you've got the wood burner there, and then obviously they fire the radiator here.
Yeah, and there's another one on that wall on the inside, another radiator. So it's nice and toasty.
Okay. This was the paint that I was talking about that he
Had done.
Yeah, you kind of restored, and it was part of the original
Yes,
feature of the house.
the squirrely bits on the corners were original, but we
Okay.
had this door cut in. So the
Okay.
lines here are new, added.
Okay, so the lines are new, but
Just around the door.
Okay, the squiggly bits
All original.
okay.
There used to be an open fireplace here, and they look beautiful in movies, but practical, no.
Yes.
Your face melts, your
Yes.
backside freeze.
Yes.
And also the problem is soot.
Yes.
So what
soot,
we
yeah,
did-
everything was it gets
Yeah.
covered in soot. Yeah.
That's why you can just maybe see on the squirrely bits in the corners, we taped it off there and then painted only this bit new. So each panel is like that. The squirrely bits is more dark in the, and the ceiling we repaired the same colors we found it in, just repainted. I mixed paints up to match that colors because it looked so beautiful. Yeah, I just love the color scheme.
Okay. I'm just showing that ceiling because it's
It is
beaut-
spectacular,
It's
yeah.
spectacular. Yeah.
Indeed.
And then an ensuite,
Yep.
and again the original wooden shutters, and overlooking the vegetable garden.
Yep.
And obviously shower, WC, wash hand basin, mirror. Okay, right.
Yeah. And then there's one more bedroom.
Are you sure there's only one more?
On this floor, I mean, sorry.
On this floor?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is interesting because it's 2 rooms, but we call it bedroom 5, A and B.
Okay.
Because, yeah, it's basically one or a double room because the ensuite is here. So.
Okay, so
And
you've got 2 singles in here.
Yep, overlooking the ruins. Yeah, if you look,
Look.
these ruins in front were
Yeah.
actually where the people who take care of the property used to live, because the owners only lived here in summer. And these ruins is where the caretakers, if you like, lived all year round.
Okay.
That, I don't know, on the other side of the road, next to that green tree, there's like a metal cage. I don't know if you can,
I can see it. Yeah, yeah.
There's a ruin there that belongs to our property. So
Okay.
you can, there's like a long cottage. It used to be the bird aviary.
Avery.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
We used to have chickens who slept in the first bit because that still has a roof on. The rest, the roof is gone. And so it's just the wall standing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can make a perfect cottage there.
Okay. Just sound of nature. Fabulous.
Beautiful, yes.
Okay, and then you've got a single bed here.
Yep, and the bathroom.
Okay, and then ensuite bathroom here. Okay, right, so that's all the bedrooms on this floor.
Correct. Now we've got an attic also. Oh, and it's worth noticing the ceiling also. Very Art Deco type
Yes.
vibe. For me personally, it reminds me of Dune, that film, that science fiction film.
Yes.
Where that hovering light follows them. I just love it. So this is my pleasure to restore, because it was quite badly damaged with over the 20 or 30 years that the house was empty.
Okay.
And wildlife moved in.
So you put so much love and care and energy into restoring this place into the wonderful house that it is today.
Indeed, but it was so easy because we had you start with something so spectacular. So it was easy to put all that love into it because, it needed it, and it was a beautiful symbiosis between us and the house.
Yes.
It needed someone to take care of,
Yeah.
and we,
And you wanted to do it.
to do it to get the benefit afterwards. So,
Awesome.
Right, so here's the attic access, which is still original. We've just like typical attic, full of lots of junk, but useful junk.
I mean, I was sort of pointing out to your partner that there are some parts of the roof that need some restoration work, but then once you did that, you could have another
Indeed.
8 bedrooms up here at least.
Exactly.
You know, it's a huge space.
It is. Our original plan when we saw the house, the view the first time, was that we would live up here.
Okay.
Make much more bigger windows, openings, modern windows, obviously insulation. But there was just too much to do. So that plan was put back and on the back burner.
On the back burner.
And never happened.
Okay.
Yeah, so here's just storage.
Okay, so we'll just quickly whiz through.
So there's another room.
2.
And then this is a sort of like a double room.
Okay. Wow. Yes, it's
Yeah,
a huge
it's
room.
big.
Yeah. Okay. 3.
Then here's another small one.
Well, imagine how uncomfortable these beds were. Okay. 4.
And then the last one with 2 smaller, because that's where the roof is, so that there's not so much headspace inside there. Yeah, there's no light there.
And that's the flue for your wood burner.
Correct.
Okay. It's all right. The camera will pick up the. It's a
okay.
very clever camera.
Oh, good. Yeah, there's another one on this side. You just have to press that door hard. Yeah, as far as it goes.
Okay. Right.
Lots of stuff.
So that's we've got
The attic.
We've got 2 more bedrooms downstairs.
That's
outside,
correct.
haven't we?
Yes, which is access from the front of the house. This is the downstairs room with that's not en suite.
Okay. So
Sleeping.
this is the slightly cheaper room. Because
Yeah.
The bathroom is down.
That cobble street.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, and those windows were actually originally open, those holes going into the adega, which we then just blocked off.
Ah, these holes here.
Yeah. So I guess this was part of another type of storeroom for the property originally.
Okay.
And then the last big room, it's a bit strange because, yes, this is a bedroom, a little apartment, studio apartment. With an ensuite built in. Yeah, plenty of windows, natural light. So we had this bathroom built by the builder when we bought the house, obviously.
Okay.
After we bought it, for this purpose.
And you're on a septic tank?
Yes. Next to the ruin, next to the house, there's a piece of land that's part of the property that you access the ruin with.
Okay.
So on the way there is the septic tank.
Okay.
It is enormous.
Okay.
Because there was nothing, well, there obviously was a septic tank here, but we couldn't ask anybody because the house was derelict for 20, 30 years. Mm-hmm. So we didn't know where the septic tank was, so we just had the new one built.
You've got a self-draining modern septic tank installed.
With 3 compartments, it's that high.
Okay, yep.
I
know the one.
Main one, and then the overflow flows into the side
Second
channels.
one, and then the third one.
Into the ground.
Yes.
So it helps us to find alternative. So here's another bedroom, because we use volunteers. We have volunteers to help us in summer to water the gardens. So typically this is where the volunteer or couple would stay. Mm-hmm.
I was just going to say I absolutely love this vista, this area here. It's just it almost has a Spanish feel to it.
French Spanish. There is actually a word for it in architecture, which I cannot remember.
Okay.
It is designed to cool the house down.
Okay.
Yeah, the arches does that.
To allow the airflow.
Yep.
Okay.
I've been told the word, but unfortunately I can't remember it. So this is what
As we get older, our hard drives just seem to work less and
Slow.
less well. Yes. So where are we going now?
By the way, I'm just going to mention this is what we call the cobble street. It's
Yes.
separate stones. They're not cemented in.
Yep.
So we have removed them because this pipe here, for example, that tap is from the what it's in Portuguese called a water mine.
Yes.
So it's a cave into the mountain.
Yeah.
And that water comes out in this tap.
Okay.
And the pipe was broken, so we took all these cobbles up.
Yeah.
And replaced the pipe.
Yeah.
And then put them all back. Yeah,
Okay.
so just something interesting. So here's a downstairs bathroom, which was, I mentioned earlier, used to be the fridge of the house. But we had toilets, showers and basins put in, and the laundry. So in the daytime, this is where the guests use, so they don't have to run upstairs.
Okay, so this, the cheaper guest room, this would be their
Their
this would be
bathroom, their
area.
showers here,
Okay,
yeah.
got you. Okay,
And on the other side of this is the secret garden again.
okay, and then you've got 2 shower units. One in there, and one in there. Okay.
Right. So here, if you continue on, this is the patio we saw earlier when we were doing the bedrooms upstairs.
Did we actually go into that patio area?
No, not yet.
We didn't.
No, no.
Should we go and have a quick
Yeah,
nosy up there?
certainly.
Because I think that when I got to that part, I said to your partner, I said, "Can I just stay here tonight? I'll just stay here for now."
It is certainly. I love it too. Like I said, this was a metal construction, but the roof was a goner, so we had to put a new roof on. And when they removed the metal structure, we just saw it as an open space, and it's like, wow, it's beautiful. I did actually buy fake carpet to put down here. Fake grass carpets.
Yes.
And then it's like, no, it just does not work.
It's horrible. That
Yes,
stuff.
exactly.
Yes,
so
yeah,
it looks cracky, but it's all, we call it character.
I love it.
Exactly.
I love it.
Yeah, it's just character.
And yeah, just this this view from the balcony here, and as I was saying, you could just reach over and
Grab a fig soon.
pick your figs as they're ripened. Okay, so after you.
Thank you. Yeah, these bougainvilleas is just starting to flower. Oh, spectacular. And this little path is going to the pool.
Okay.
So, and this is what I meant earlier. So where this fence is the end of our property.
Yep.
And this terrace continues all the way to the ruin, past the fig tree, and after the fig tree is where the cesspit is built into.
Okay.
Into that.
Okay.
And it is wide as that whole terrace. That's how wide the cesspit is.
Okay.
And from there to here, it's huge.
And we were saying on that green line there is obviously a river that
a stream
that dries out in the
Yes.
summertime.
Now it's still running a little bit.
I'm not surprised.
yeah, it's
after all
been
the rain.
exactly,
after
we've
all
had
the rain we've
plenty.
had this winter.
Yeah.
Yep.
So here we've got the courtyard where you can sit down. Most guests love to eat outside, at least breakfast and lunch. Dinner is usually inside, but yeah, they're all different. Yeah, it's just spectacular because of the trees. They make such a difference.
The sound.
Oh yeah, as well. Beautiful.
So again, this is another seating area where people can eat.
Yes, there's the
Relax.
barbecue area.
Barbecue area. I'm just going to.
And then the bread oven room.
So this is the one of the pièces de résistance. Just one. I mean, this is just a remarkable space.
Yep, this is our, the working space for our guests. Typically yoga, but we've had various retreats here, And for them, when they come, the rule is only one rule: shoes and ego stays outside.
Oh,
No, just when there's a group. Yeah, because this is a space where, for me, it's a sacred space.
shoes and ego outside.
Stays
I love
outside.
It. I love it.
That glass here was another door, because there was a dividing partition here. So there was 2 storerooms. So this door we changed into glass because, yeah, obviously we didn't need 2 anymore. Also the construction, these constructions of the roof, they were there, but we had them reinforced. And that, they call in Portuguese, is called a helicopter. It translates into a helicopter style.
Okay.
There was another one here, right in front of this door, but which we then had removed and had this installed instead.
Okay.
To replicate that one. And then, like I say, added strength. Because of the tiles we had to replace, the old tiles were all gone. And for the weight. And then we also had insulation put in, and then this fake ceiling. Because originally, again, you could see the tiles and the woodwork, which was spectacular as well, but yeah, it gets too hot midsummer. So now it's beautiful.
And it is really cool in here.
It's lovely. It works really well. Yeah, so there's all the yoga gear.
So there's all your yoga gear here. And then we lead out to, I'll let you do the honors.
Yeah, you can't have Portugal without a pool. So the liner is green. It was a choice between, because there was a hole here before. It was a water gathering hole.
Yes.
For rainwater.
Yeah, like-
and next to the steps there is where the water came in, and it runs under the road, and there was just a channel that the water would collect into this tank.
Okay.
Then there's a tap there was, I think, 2 taps, because these fields is where they would grow fruit trees and grapevines.
Okay, so they would just open the taps, let the land flow.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly, for a watering system. So the hole was there. All we did was to build this wall here, because the original tank was flush with this wall, and then had a liner put in, and like I said, there was either green or black. And I sort of afterwards thought, I wish maybe we should have done black, but it's fine. The green works. Yeah, and then we had a gazebo type thing built there.
And it's saltwater.
That's
saltwater
correct.
Pool, so
Yes.
there's no chlorine, no chemicals.
Exactly, just natural.
Low maintenance.
Yes, we have
Less maintenance.
much less
Yeah.
and cost effective.
Okay, so now it's just literally the garden across the road to show.
And the garage.
And the garage.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to point out the original
Oh, the
gates
here.
and fence and posts.
Yeah, down there it says 1915. That's when the gate was added to the house. It was
Okay,
not.
that's not the original
No.
date.
And this is again the initials of the family, Daniel Brito something.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it was a person's name added, the man who owned, who had it built.
Uh-huh.
This is, now I can't think of the tree's name. Those beautiful flowers, bright purple this one is. Very common in England as well. I can't think of it now.
It will come back.
They flower first thing in spring.
It's not-
Magnolia? No.
Magnolia.
Is it?
Magnolia,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, because you can eat the leaves.
Can you?
Well, if you what's it called? Ferment them. Yes. So this is the garage.
So this is the garage space, which could, if you cleared it out, could be parking space for 2 or 3 cars.
Easily, or you can have a whole house here, an apartment built. Originally, my dream was to have a pottery studio here. That's why that chimney is there, because I was going to make a pottery studio to do pottery retreats.
Okay.
Because that's my
That's your
favorite hobby.
passion.
Yes.
Okay.
It never happened. The bricks are all there, and yeah, never mind. Now it's just lots of stuff, lots of old wood and yeah, lots of junk as well, but useful when you live on a farm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, these boxes we put in the vegetable garden to cover. These are the old window frames from the house.
Wow.
They are just too nice to throw away.
Uh-huh.
And I thought maybe one day an artist can paint something in, you know, where the glass used to be, a painting.
Yeah, yeah.
And use that old frame as it is. It's just so beautiful.
That's exactly what my neighbour does. She makes
Ah.
artwork out of pieces like this.
Oh, wonderful. We must maybe give one to her.
She's an amazing lady, Portuguese lady called Zinda. She's just the most beautiful human being I've ever met.
Oh,
So-
nice. Nice to have good neighbors. So here used to be the capella of the house originally. And once that became a ruin from all the movement of the earth, they built this system. Because the owner of the house was the first woman to have an automobile, a car,
Wow.
in the region.
Wow.
And before that, these things is where the horses used to be tied up.
Yeah, yeah.
These loops.
Yep, okay, yeah.
And this is where the horses would drink.
Okay.
So that water that I told you in the cobble street,
Mm-hmm.
on that blue pipe that's running here, used to fill that tank behind that one and then into here. That runs here back to the river,
Okay.
to the lake.
Okay.
It was continuously running.
Uh-huh.
Now, unfortunately, they've made terraces upstairs, so
Yeah.
they've disturbed that spring, and the water is running
In a different direction.
different place onto the street.
Onto the street, great.
Yeah,
Just where you don't need it.
exactly. So what we've done instead, we had this rebuilt because there's a big old kiwi, and of course the grapes on this side. Kiwi is now well established. I planted a maracuja, what's it called?
Passion fruit.
Passion fruit in the middle, but the frost is too severe for it. It doesn't survive, so every year it dies down.
Really?
Yeah, it's sad. It doesn't get enough time, but every year it shoots up again. So
Okay, because normally it
Ah.
thrives everywhere.
we get frost 2 nights a year, like I said earlier. And yeah, the passion fruit is one of them that just cannot handle it.
Okay.
But you can see there's already some flowers just there from the passion fruit over here.
Oh, they're just the wildest flowers, aren't they?
Amazing, yeah. So complicated.
So complicated, yes.
so beautiful.
So many different levels.
Yeah.
Right, let's go this way.
Okay, so here we've got, well, I'm standing under an orange tree. We've got a few of them. On the other side is an orange tree that's a navel orange.
Yeah.
These are smaller orange, these 3. So they all ripen at different times.
Okay.
The
so-
navel is the first one to ripen,
Yeah.
and then these the last.
Okay.
So that's
you-
nice
you
because we've
get
got a long
them
season.
Spread over
Yeah.
a period of time.
This is a cherry tree, and look, first baby is there.
My cherry tree is rammed this year.
Ah,
I'm
nice.
so happy.
Oh, wonderful. Now-
Although I did say to Teresa, you're going to eat all my cherries. And she said, well, maybe.
A plum tree, a purple plum.
Yeah, the ones that make, what are they called? Oh, I've forgotten. But yeah, I know the purple plums that make,
Well, we make Pflaumenmus.
do you?
It's a German plum jam
Okay,
that you take the plums because they are oval shaped like eggs. They
Yeah.
look like eggs.
yeah,
And dark purple, and then you bake them in the oven.
okay.
And it's a very slow
dry
process.
them, yeah.
No, you cook them so you and then you liquidize it.
Yeah.
So you get this jam consistency,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it's German. It's mwah, beautiful.
Okay.
Here is a peach. We've got many peaches, but different ones. So I honestly can't tell you the names. But
Okay.
yeah, they are just arriving. Not so good this year. Last year we had, there's another cherry.
But then it can kind of happen that it's cyclical.
Exactly. This is a yellow peach. One of them is yellow. The other one is small peaches and the other one is big peaches. This is, what's it called? There's little yellow fruits.
Loquat.
No,
No.
very soft, like a peachy thing.
Not persimmon.
Small. This, well,
Ay.
ay.
Oh, well, what would we like? What would we like?
It's a very common fruit anyway.
Yeah.
That's a blood orange, and it's new.
Okay.
And this is called, mamma mia. Mensch, now can't think. You eat the leaves. It's a super healthy food.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. And this is the
That's the
borehole
borehole.
here.
Yes, and as you can see, the water just continuously overflow there. It's like that all day, all year round.
And then the border of the land is just
After those brambles, there's another big tree. That's the last tree of the property.
That's the border there,
yeah.
and then this wall along here.
Yes.
I think Lewis has got a map which I'll share right now.
Okay. And then these are pear trees. And well, I call them wild oranges. They're like bitter oranges, those oranges there.
Do you know Zinda? She made bitter marmalade juice.
Oh.
And she made like an orange juice cordial
Oh yeah.
with marmalade. It was the most amazing
Nice.
thing I've ever tasted.
That's a pomegranate just flowering.
Ah, pomegranate.
And this willow tree we planted. That was, from scratch as a cutting. And here's a different plum as well, a normal yellow plum.
Victoria plum.
I don't know, just yellow. I don't know the real name.
And then on this side you've got your vegetable garden.
Yeah, which is organic. Well, all of it is organic. We don't use poisons.
Why do we need to spray?
Exactly.
Why do we need to spray
It's
poisons on our land?
Totally unnecessary.
Yeah.
I mean, every year we've never had a plague of anything. We have bugs, but bug number one starts because let's say we plant lots of tomatoes.
Yes. And
Then bug number two comes and eats bug number one. They take care of themselves.
Yep, absolutely.
So what we've done is we've got this field split into 4 sections. So behind you here is the water coming in, and then there's a tap. Off that tap, there's these thin drip pipes.
Yep.
So when we open
irrigations.
that tap, we water all the section with the pipe goes zigzag,
Yep.
this thin drip pipe. So half an hour we water this section, then we close the next, open the next tap for that section. And yeah, that's how we just water the lot.
That's how you irrigate your land. Well, Keith, I must say it's been an absolute joy to meet you.
Likewise.
It's been a joy to look around your home, and let's hope I can find somebody who can love your home as much as you do in the future.
And to take care of it.
And to take care of
and
it.
And receive the blessing of taking care of such a,
A wonderful house.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm going to get some drone shots now. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.